What's going on, people? Istanagh Vlandis here with another rune word rolling video. This one, we have Rune Word Rolling Madness 2, The Road to Rolling. Now, that might sound like it's a prequel, but it is a sequel. Alright, let's get started here. I have, yep, this is my dude. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and make the Mighty Rune Words game yet again. Like I said, I always like to make my Mighty Rune Words game. It's just, I know it has nothing to do. It doesn't increase the chances or anything. Do a super secret password here again. Yeah, just like that. And of course, I'm going to roll them in hell. Alright, here we go. And I've lined up a decent selection today. It's not what it was last time. Alright, like I said in that last video, please don't expect me to roll that many every time. But I did set up quite a collection here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so we have starting a couple really nice monarchs here. I pulled this one off of one of my characters because it wasn't a 35, so I was like, well, I mean, a 15 ED monarch deserves a 35, right? So anyway, got another 14% monarch here. If we roll two 35s, then I'll clear this one. Actually, three 35, because I have this 43 res Sacred Targe that I'm going to roll. That's for this character here. And basically, if we roll three 35s, which is not very likely, I'll clear this one. Excuse me. I'll clear this one, and I'll use the rest of the spirit sets I've collected on this one. We have, and like I said last time, these are just rune word rolling foreplay, if you will, just to get us set up in the groove for the really valuable. All right, and then we have a treachery here, because this guy's merc needs a treachery. Good old Azrael here always needs a treachery. And I have an edge bow just because, you know, eventually I do plan on gambling once I hit that level 95, so I'll want that 15% reduced vendor prices. And then got an insight here. It's not an F thresher, but I just happened to find it, and I was like, hey, 4-socket thresher, still good enough for an insight. I mean, insight's a cheap rune word, right? So we're going to get started with these, and then we're going to move on to these. And these are going to be somewhat similar to the ones I rolled last time. I mean, let's be honest, I rolled a lot of CTAs last time as well. I have 2 CTAs here to roll. Amral Mal Ist Om. Amral Mal Ist Om. Everybody needs CTA. It's just a fact of life in Sanctuary. But I also have a Hoto to roll. And this base. So good. Look at that. 45 all res, Eth Sacred Targe, and of course, because it's Eth, we're going to put an exile in it. Vex, Om, Ist, Dol. Alright. And then you guys probably be able to guess what we're rolling here, based on the items and the runes that are showing. But I have this 12% ED, 3-socket Winged Helm for a Dream, Eo Ja Pul. I have this 43 all res, 3-socket Sacred Targe, Eo Ja Pul for another Dream. I have this not superior Archon Plate, granted, it's not superior. I really like to roll such high value rune words in superior bases, but there just wasn't one to be found, and I looked for a long time. So basically I decided to go with this one. It's 523 out of 524 defense, 1 point off perfect on the defense. And that's gonna, we're gonna roll Sir, Low, Sol for Dragon in that one. And then let's see here. Then we'll roll this one. Maybe we'll start with this one when we get to this section. But then we have this 13 ED Superior Phase Blade for Sir, Cham, Low, and that of course is for Hand of Justice. As you can tell, it's an Oradin setup for this Paladin. Took me quite a while to get all these runes. And it was pretty painstaking to like trade stuff around, and at times I had to trade the stuff that I already traded for to try to trade up, and it was a lot of work, but I managed to do it. And in no small part of just a obscene stroke of luck of rolling a perfect Enigma in a perfect base. I happened to come across a 15 ED 3-socket mage plate with no durability, no enhanced durability, the perfect Enigma base, and when I rolled the Enigma in it, it rolled 775. So absolutely perfect Enigma, definitely funded this whole thing. Without it, I would not have been able to gather all this. But anyway, then I have this very nice superior Archon plate, 15 ED. It does have 10 Dura. I don't really care too much about the Dura. It does make the repair a little bit more expensive. But really, it's fine. As long as you're picking up items to sell, you're not gonna, you're not gonna run out of gold. And it's 4-socket, so there was a couple things that could be rolled in it, but I decided to roll a Chains of Honor, because this character is going to be doing Ubers. Obviously, that's why I'm rolling the Exile, because that's just godly for Uber farming. And so, yeah, for this Chains of Honor, Dol, Bur, Ist. All right. So, as you can see, I mean, we have like some pretty high or pretty valuable high runes in this whole section. So hopefully they roll decent. All right. I mean, I'm hoping for perfects. You can always hope for perfects, right? But never expect it. Never expect it. So I'm not expecting it, but I hope. And so yeah, that's our schedule, if you will. This is just some more spirit sets here. Oh, and I forgot to put these two back there. All right. And then, of course, we got a bunch of spirit sets over here with hells. I do have to go and buy some more of these town portal scrolls for the spirits.
Good day.
Let's see here. Four, 8. We have 2 in there, so that's 10. There we go. All right. And we'll just go ahead and throw these over here. And we can keep a couple of them on us. I can keep a couple on me, I should say. And let's go ahead. We're going to try for the 15 ED, obviously, first. So let's just get right into it. But before we roll, like I said in the last video, I always like to do 2 things. First, I want to make sure that all the durabilities are maxed on everything, and I know they are because I just went through and repaired everything. So I looked at it, I saw the smite damage, I was like, 22 of 70, what? Sometimes silly. But instead of going and finding like Hellforge or finding, going to Mount Ariat or, Charcy's Forge there, it's cold out here where I'm at. I don't know about where you're at, but it's cold here. So I figured right here next to the fire, a nice warm fire here, if I can get not too close to the fire, but close enough. Good enough. All right, nice warm fire here. Let's go ahead and do some of our crafting here. So, always double and triple check your rune words, even if you're absolutely sure. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I do know that spirit is Talthal Ord Am. I'm just making sure, following the protocol, if you will, because you don't ever want to let complacency get its ugly claws on you. In hardcore, it's the worst. All right, Talthal Ort Am. Yes, I know you can't see this webpage, but I'm looking at it. All right, here we go. Talthal Ort Am, 30. Talthal Ort Am, 25. Talthal Ort Am, 27. Go grab some more of these. We'll just grab that. That's fine. Very quickly, right there. Yep. Good. Good enough. All right. Here we go. Talthal Ort Am, 31. Yikes. Talthal Ort Am, 31. Oh, we need some more health. Let's see here. These. And then I'll be able to load it. Talthal Ort Am, 33. So close. So close. Only 90 on the mana, but the cast rate is what's important. We all know that. Cast speed is key for any caster. All right. We need some more hells. Let's see here. Before we do all that, let's move these over. Or rather, they should be over here, shouldn't they? Close. There we go. And we'll go ahead and just get the row here. There we go. All right. And then let's see here. We can do one more. Or wait, no we can't. Because we need hell runes. That's right. Alright. And we might as well put 2 down there. And yeah, let's go for it. I'm hoping for at least 135. And you know what? I didn't even... I messed it up. I messed up my own video, but these videos are unscripted. I got too excited to roll the rune words, and I started rolling this one. This one is important, somewhat. It doesn't need to be 35, though. This is not a casting character. This is just this is an Oridin, so a melee character. So let's just go ahead and see what we roll in this Sacred Tarsh real quick. Talthal Ort Am, 33. What do we get for mana? 108? Hey, not bad. But yeah, like I said, doesn't need to be 35. You know, just being able to bow is good enough. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and get another spirit set here. Alright. 3 Monarch. It was so close. It was so close. Alright, Talthal Ort Am, 28. Not going in the right direction here. Not going in the right direction. But let's just see. Talthal Ort Am, 33 again. Talthal Ort Am, 33 again. What are the odds? Alright. Talthal Ort Am, 30. Alright. We'll go here. And we'll get some more spirit sets. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Get back here. Ah, I see. I messed it up. go ahead and... Oh, I put it in the queue. Yes. Deckard. What are you doing, Deckard? I know. Your old bones need the heat, too. Alright, here we go. Right. Good enough. Here we go. Clearing the 30. Cow. Oh. Port. On. Another 30. I'm gonna end up with like a 26. Just watch her. 27. Oop. Almost messed that up. You see that? How did it get messed up like that? Oh, I know how it did. I had those two hells in there. That's why. $28. $31. $29. $28. It is not boding well. Is not boding well. Alright, anyway. We will continue. And hey, I'll tell you what, I'll take rolling bad on all these spirits and rolling good on the other ones any day. 20 spirit sets is nothing compared to a single burr rune. Alright, we need hell runes. Yeah, and then we basically got one more. Yep, one more spirit set after this. And so, whoop, what are you doing here? Nope. There. Although we won't need those. We'll need one. Leave it there for now. All right. Here we go. Oh, yes, must clear it first. $33. I mean, this one is going back on my trap assassin, and she does not need a 35. She can get by with a 32 or better, so really it's... And then I could switch this one out for her, the 32 she's using right now. And that would be, I mean, it'd be a slight improvement on, you know, the defense anyway. It's all good. 28. $28. $28. I was so close. I called it. Yeah, but I'll keep re-rolling it. You know, it'll eventually roll a 35. I do have one more shot at it. But let's just whoop. Let's just see what we got here. Oh, let's go over by the fire here, nice and warm. $35 at the very end. At the very end. 91 on the mana, but you know, it's whatever. 35, very end. Ah, funny. All right. Maybe that's an indication, huh? We got all the bad rolls out of the way, right? Got all the bad rolls out of the way. And now that was the first good roll. So we'll start to get better rolls here. We'll just put all of these here. We'll go like this. this, and then route to Diablo. So we'll put this like, just be very careful. Don't want to spoil it before we get, or well, maybe we'll put it like, because we read left to right, right? At least I do. Alright. Alright, these are all repaired, except this one, of course, but it is max durability. No, that, of course, has no durability. Okay. Double checking these rune words. Give me one moment here. Always double check. Route to your Tal Soul for insight, yes. Edge. Let's look for edge. It is Tirtal Am. Tirtal Am? Yep. And then Shalethal Lem for treachery, of course, is correct. I know. Let's check. Shalethal Lem. Alright. We'll just go ahead and roll the treachery here. Shalethal Lem. Treachery. Nice Eth base for that treachery, too. Not too high of a strength requirement. My mercenary, Azrael, he cannot wear it just yet. He needs to gain, I think, 1 or 2 more levels, and then he'll be able to wear it. And then Tirtal Am. Tirtal Am. Well, I suppose I should have went through the variables here, but it looks like it actually rolled quite well. 334 damage to demons. Not like you're going to use it for damage, except maybe on a leveling Zon, because it is a very low level written word, so you can equip it very early. At least I think. Am is the highest rune there. What is that? Is that 30? Oh, maybe we didn't. I guess it goes up to 380. It's 320 to 380% damage to demons. 5 to 10 to all attributes. Those are the variables. Let's see what we got. We got 8 to all attributes and 334. So actually, pretty low roll on the damage to demons. But like I said, it's not for combat. It's for the reduced vendor price is 15%. So yeah, very nice. And then we have this. Ral Tier Tal Soul. We already checked that. Ral Tier Tal Soul. And we got a 14,257.5. Again, I didn't go through the variables, but I'm sure you guys, you know, people watching the video most likely know, but just to go through it, 200% to 260 enhanced damage, 180 to 250% increased attack rating, and we got a 242. So pretty good. And then 1 to 6 on critical strike, and we got a 5. So pretty good. All in all, the damage modifiers on this are very good. The meditation rolls 12 to 17, so we got pretty much in, like, on the low median there. You know what I mean? Like, very, I mean, it's not minimum. We're basically, you know, 3, or we're 2 up from minimum, but, you know, you can roll minimum. So, out of the 5-point swing, we, you know, or I'm sorry, 6-point swing, because you can roll 12, right? Yeah, 5-point swing. We got 14. I mean, it's not bad. Level 14's like, I don't know, isn't it like still 600 or something percent faster mana regeneration? That's still pretty good. It's good enough for pretty much any caster to not have to worry about mana, unless it's whatever you're casting just costs a horrendous amount of mana. And there's only one spell I can think of that is that, and that is a Nova Sorceress. And a Nova Sorceress's Merc isn't going to use Insight after a certain point anyway. They're going to use Infinity. But for like a Hammerdin, for example, it's perfectly fine. 14. And nice damage mods on it too. In fact, I think Azrael can even use this right now. Yes, he can. Change out his Scythe Insight, which is really bad. He does a lot more damage. But restores less mana. But anyway, we'll go ahead and throw these in here. Let's see, this one can go over here because he is going to use it. I got this other treachery that I rolled a couple days ago. And then he's going to use this as well, so we'll put that there. Not yet, obviously. I'm going to wait till I'm 95 to be gambling. So what should we begin with here? Let's build our way up to like these. Let's start with the Hoto, all right? And in fact, let's put the runes in first. So Kovacs Palthol is the order. So if we just click them in reverse order, they'll end up Kovacs Palthol. There we go. And then from there, or in fact, let's not mess anything up here. Then we'll do the CTAs. So I'm going to very carefully move them over here. We'll need two columns for the flail, and then then after that, we'll need two for the sword. We'll put it right there. Okay. Jeez. But it's all good. Like I said, these are all unscripted. I don't even edit them afterwards. They're just uploaded the way they are. I feel like it's a more natural way to do it. That way you can see, like, you know, this is how I am, man. This is me. It's not some fake face that I put out there. Not calling anybody out on that, just so we're clear. I'm just saying, you know. All right, here we go. Oh, whoop. I forgot. Do we even have space for it? We'll have to shift. Oh, we're not re-rolling these. That's right. That's why we seemed to lack the space. Ral. Just. Oh. All right. And in fact, I don't know why I put them all the way over there, but it's all right. There we go. And then we'll put that right there. All right. Let's go ahead and roll these. We'll do the. Let's do the Hoto first. Do the Hoto first. Kovacs Palthol, checking, always. Double and triple check. It's a terrible, terrible feeling to waste a high rune. Alright, Kovacs Palthol, yes, Heart of the Oak. This one can roll 30 to 40 to all resistances. That's the only variable, but a very important variable for a lot of builds. Kovacs Palthol. Let's make sure it's repaired. It is. Kovacs Palthol. Did you guys see what it was? It's a 38. It's not bad. That's not bad. It's not a 40, but hey, 38 is good. Way better than a 30, right? Way better than a 30. All right, so that one turned out all right. Turned out pretty well. All right, and then we have two 5-socket crystal swords, both with 20 durability. Ral Mal Ist Ohm. Let's just double check that for all to arms here. Ral Mal Ist Ohm. Yep. These can roll 2 to 6 to battle command, 1 to 6 to battle orders, and 1 to 4 to battle cry. Now, of those, we don't really care about battle cry. Nobody really cares about battle cry. It's nice. It's a nice little add-on or addition, but even a level 1 is going to get you that addition, and then you can, you know, enhance it with plus to skills and everything, and you can still use it. It's still very functional. But the 1 to 6 to battle orders is the most important, but 2 to 6 to battle command shouldn't be understated, because you want that +1 to all skills to last as long as possible. So here's hoping for a 664, right? Let's see here. Ral Mal Ist Ohm. Ral Mal Ist Ohm. Good deal. Ral Mal Ist Ohm. What? 532. I mean, it's a mid-roll. It's a mid-roll. It's usable. It's not bad. Just not what you hope for, obviously. All right, here's the second one. Ral Mal Ist Ohm. 331. Even worse. 2 mid-roll CTAs, still usable. They're not going to be very tradable, honestly. I mean, I've traded a couple CTAs, and it's like it swings very extremely. People either want the absolute best ones, or they want the absolute worst ones because they want to pay the least for them. You know, they just want one for their character. So to people like that, I could try to trade these, but you know, I'd basically be losing out a little bit because they'd only want to pay for like a one bow CTA, which is not worth very much, which is a shame, honestly. I mean, it is worth something because of the Ohm rune, you know, but it's just not worth very much, and it's a shame because of that Ohm rune. And a Malin and Ist. I mean, those are not by any means common runes. They're only like mid runes. They're not high runes. All right, let's go ahead and put these back in here. All right, so again, I'll state it again. I will take even rolling bad, mediocre on these CTAs and a decent on the Heart of the Oak, but I would have taken bad rolls on all three of these to roll great rolls on really these two dreams and this Hand of Justice. Like those are the three I really want to roll well. The Exile would be great if it rolls well, but let's be honest here, the Exile, you really just want that life tap proc. The life tap proc is the biggest thing on the Exile shield. So with that in mind, this Chains of Honor does not vary at all. Let's go ahead and just roll this. We'll start again here by putting the runes in first. There we go. And then Dragon only varies by, I think it's 3 to 5 to all attributes, and that's it. So let's go ahead and put that one in here too. That one is Sir Low Sol. So yeah, 3 to 5 to all attributes. That's not a big swing, and it doesn't really make or break a build, right? And Chains of Honor does not vary at all in any of its stats or modifiers. And then we'll go ahead and we will do the Sacred Targe. And we'll go ahead and manually place these over here. Vex very carefully. I'm very meticulous about it, I know. You guys are probably like, oh my gosh, this guy. He's so slow about it, you know, but I'm meticulous because I have lost high runes before, like clicking them on an item that I didn't mean to click them on, you know, or like you like shift in your seat and you like click it accidentally as you're moving the rune around, and you're just like, oh no, I can't believe that just happened. All right, so, and then we'll get this here. There we go. All right. We may have to just go like that. There we go. I do like the little highlight of see, so you don't even have to put it near it if you just watch for that green highlight. All right, here we go. We'll do the ones that don't vary very much. Very much. First here. So this one doesn't vary at all. Let's start with this one. Double checking. Dol Umber Ist. I'll have it arranged. Chains of Honor, Dol Umber Ist. That is correct. Here we go. It is repaired. Dol Umber Ist. Look at that! A perfect Chains of Honor! But it is a Chains of Honor. I mean, come on, look at that. That's and a very sweet base. Look at that item. Just amazing. Amazing. All right, here we go. Give me 1 second here. Yes, it is repaired and repaired. It is max durability, yes. And this one is repaired. Nice. All right, and so Dragon is the next one, or, you know, the next least variable one. Let's go ahead and double check it here. Dragon, Sir Low Sol. 3 to 5 to all attributes. That was correct. Here we go. Sir, low, Saul. Sir, low, Saul. 5 attributes. Perfect dragon. Perfect dragon. Woot. I'm the 3 to 5. But still, hey, $5 attributes. It's less that you have to invest in strength, right? Plus, or well, I guess it wouldn't really matter because look, I mean, it gives you strength based on character level. But at, you know, I'm level 80. Level 80. But so it's giving me 30 strength plus the $5 attributes. That's 35. Does help with the dex and does give you some life. On a paladin, gives you 15 life. 3 life per vitality. All right, so here we go then with the exile shield. Double checking. Vex Ohm Ist Dole. Vex Ohm Ist Dole. Oh, and make sure it is max durability. Yes. Vex Ohm Ist Dole. Oh, the Defiance aura. Oh man. Oh, I should have went over it too. It rolls 13 to 16 Defiance aura and 220 to 260 enhanced defense. That's what varies on it. So we had the minimum Defiance aura, and the enhanced defense is 2 points from minimum. So all in all, for the base that was, the 45 all res base, we rolled pretty poor on that exile. All right. But like I said, you can hope, but don't ever expect it. That's one reason I like to roll my own rune words, rather than, you know, try to trade for the completed rune word. It's a little bit more difficult to do it that way. But one, I get the chance to do my favorite thing in Diablo 2, which is rolling rune words, and 2, I get to make do with what I get, which is, I think, a very important part of the game. You know, I just don't, you know, I don't want to have to need the best of the best gear just to advance, you know what I mean? I like to make do. I mean, yes, this is some of the best gear, but what I'm saying is, like, of even this best of the best gear, I don't need it to be absolutely perfect to advance. I will work around it. I will, you know, just thrive with what I have. You know what I mean? Persevere. All right, and so let's see. Should we do the Hand of Justice or the Dreams? I think we should save the Dreams for last, and we'll do the Hand of Justice first, right? All right. Very carefully. Very carefully. Those are the most, you know, those are like the priciest runes in the bundle here. All right. So, with all these, you know, obviously that doesn't vary. This rolled perfect, but it only had a 3-point swing, including rolling on 3 and 4 and 5. We rolled really poorly on that exile, pretty poorly on these CTAs, pretty well on the Heart of the Oak, and then we managed to get 135 Spirit at the very end. It wasn't that 15 ED base, which is great. That's the old the old Insight, and then we managed to roll fairly decent damage stats on this Insight, and a mediocre meditation, but still. And it wasn't F anyway, so, you know, it's basically, it was never going to be worth a whole lot. One, it's an Insight, and 2, it's not even in an F base, right? So here we go. We're going to do the Hand of Justice first here, and of course, Kane wants to get in my way here. What up, hey Tyrael? How do I craft good rune words? Could you tell me, please?
Long ago, I swore an oath to watch over the Horadrim and their descendants. As Deckard Cain is the last of their esteemed order, I will not allow him to perish here so far from the lands of his birth.
Nice.
Be at ease, hero. I know that he is your friend. He shall come to no harm.
Thank you. Hey Deckard Cain. You were with the Horadrim. How did they make such awesome magic items?
I have read much about the enigmatic Archangel Tyrael. He was
You guys are just fascinated with each other, aren't you?
Both for his compassion for mortals and his unquenchable spirit. It was rumored that he went against the wishes of heaven and gave the Horadrim the original soul stones in order to trap Diablo and his brothers.
All right. Thank you for the advice, guys. Let's get to it. Double checking. Sir Cham. Low. Hand of Justice. Sir Cham. Low. This one varies only in one stat, but fairly widely. 280 to 330% enhanced damage. And normally you'd think, hey, it's an Oridin, they do elemental damage, but my end goal with my Oridins is always to do triple damage sources, right? So I have a Might Merc, and I'm going to give him a Pride. His damage is going to be lower anyway, because Pride doesn't offer any enhanced damage on it, but he's going to benefit from his Might Aura and the Concentration Aura, and that'll increase his damage. But more importantly, they will increase my physical damage and grant me a 20% chance not to be interrupted when I'm attacking, which is very good when you're Zealing, right? So, I do kind of want a higher enhanced damage roll, but we'll see what we get, obviously. Let's see. Sir Cham, low. And obviously no durability on the face blade. It's indestructible by nature. Sir Cham, low. 343. That's perfect. Because I had 13 ED base. Perfect. Hand of Justice. Phase blade. Perfect. Come on. Oh, come on. That's so good. Oh, I'm happy about that one. I am happy about that one. 137 to 155. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And you might think, hey, why didn't you use a Caduceus? You can get plus to skills on the Caduceus and everything. And don't get me wrong, that's very good. It's extremely good. But one, it's very hard to come across a Caduceus with the skills that you want on it, and basically have the sockets that you want, or be able to roll it for the sockets. Like, you might find one that has decent skills on it, but it's got like one socket in it already, and you're like, I can't. Why would you do that to me, Diablo? You just But I mean, honestly, yeah, you could end up with a Caduceus theoretically that has like +3 Conviction, +3 Holy Shield, +3 Zeal, right? Those would be the 3 best ones to have, right? But it's not very likely, and even if it were, and it could be superior too, even, just like this Phase Blade was. But it's not very likely, and even if it came to be, you're gonna pay a lot. You're gonna pay a lot for that Caduceus. And not only are you gonna pay a lot, like in high runes and stuff for that Caduceus, people are gonna want like multiple stacks of high runes, basically, for that Caduceus. Multiple high runes for the Caduceus. And that's just the base. But then you gotta think you're Zealing. And anybody who's played a Zealer, or for any length of time really, knows that nothing eats through weapon durability like Zeal. And you will spend millions and millions of gold just repairing such a like expensive rune word as Hand of Justice. Like a single point of durability lost. I don't know the exact figure, but it probably costs you like 40,000 or 50,000 gold or something like that for a single point of durability, or something like that. It's horrendous. It's, you know, especially if you got that and it was superior with enhanced durability, it makes it even more expensive. So Phase Blade is the natural go-to, if you ask me. I don't need the plus to skills in those skills. I can still hit max block, still hit the, you know, the minus 150 to, and I'm going to max conviction. So, and just with it maxed and a few plus to skills, it's going to give the minus 150 and like a 94% reduction to the enemy defense, which is plenty. I mean, it gets to a point where it starts to take like 6 points or 7 points to get a 1% decrease of their defense, right? So, I mean, at that point, you don't need any more. The only place that it does suffer a little bit is with the zeal, because, you know, that does take away from your physical damage, having a lower level zeal, and it takes away from your attack rating. But like I said, minus 94% to enemy defense, which really is only important for bosses, because as you can see, this rune word here ignores target defense, so you have a 95% chance to hit on any normal monster, which, you know, is what it is. That can't get any higher. You always have that 5% miss chance. So yeah, perfect Hand of Justice. I'm just very satisfied with that. I wanted to look at it for quite a while there. All right, so here we go. We have 2 dreams. Which one to roll first? Let's roll this. No, let's roll this one, because this was a superior base. Let's roll the superior base. 12% ED, 3-socket winged helm. Winged helm for a paladin anyway, it's pretty much the perfect dream base, if you ask me. 115 strength requirement as opposed to like 193 or 196 or something like that for Spired Helm. And it's like that level of strength investment, you just lose out on so much vitality. It's not worth it. Because this one's only 12 ED, but it's 110 defense base, all right? And then not only that, but Dream gives you, let's see, it's variable, so, okay, 150 to 220 defense, plus 150 to 220 flat defense. So that's going to enhance the item's defense enough that it's not going to matter that you aren't using Spired Helm. All right, so on that note, Dream varies 20 to 30% on faster hit recovery, which is very important. 150 to 220 defense, which is not all that important. And then 5 to 20 all resistances, which is very important, and 12 to 25 MF. So let's just see what we get. I'm hoping for high rolls on everything, but I would like at least 25 faster hit recovery, at least 10 or better all res, and I would really like it to roll, if it rolls those 2, to roll 25% MF. That'd be great, because that way when I'm playing this character, I'll, you know, with my charms and stuff, I'll have a decent amount of MF that I have a fairly good chance of finding, you know, some uniques and stuff. So here we go. Io, Ja, Paul. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I just had somebody talking to me real quick, so I just wanted to let them know what was going on. All right, let's wrap this up here. So, Io, Ja, Paul. Check it again, just because we did have that slight interruption. Io, Ja, Paul. Yes, Dream. Let's hope for some dreamy dreams. Io, Ja, Paul. Oops, check for repair. Yep, durability 40 or 50. I know it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't affect it. I just like to do it that way. Io, Ja, Paul. I'm not even going to look at it yet. I'm going to roll this one too. I'm going to roll this one too. Here we go. Io. Ja. Oh. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 29 FHR, 17 all res, but 12 MF. Low on the MF, but high on the hit recovery and res. And I mean, those are the functional battle stats. So as far as battle strength, it's very good. Let's check this one. Come on. 28 hit recovery, 57 all res. So this was a 43 all res base. So we rolled a 14. So better than 10, and then 19 MF. So yeah, those are two solid dreams. Two solid dreams. I can't use this yet. I know you see the red, but I just have to respec my character here. Because I basically spec'd or allocated my points for what I needed just for what I had. And then I just poured them into Vitality just to try to, stay alive and make it through, right? But yeah, two solid dreams and a perfect hand of justice. It's too bad I couldn't find a 15 ED base. I looked so long for one. Well, I shouldn't say so long. Ladder hasn't been going that long, but I looked for a long time, and I just, eventually I was just like, well, I can't find one. So I started looking for a 14, and then I started looking for a 13, and I found one. And I was like, yes, at least I got a superior base. And we got a perfect dragon too. So of the Oridin setup items, we have 2 perfects and 2 very nice dreams. And 1 disappointing. 1 disappointing exile. But still an exile. And that 15% chance to cast level 5 life tap is what we really want. So when we go to do Ubers, basically we'll be able to, or I'll be able to just life steal through everything, through all the damage. Pretty decent on the Hoto. Very mediocre on the call to arms. This one's slightly better than mediocre. I mean, sort of. It depends on how you want to look at it. I ignore battle cry when I'm looking at it for its quality. I'm looking only at battle command and battle orders specifically. This one's pretty much right out the mediocre. If you just ignore the battle cry, it's right in the middle, basically. 3 of 6 on both of them. And then we rolled the 135 spirit and a 15 ED monarch, and a decent insight with decent battle stats, and like a mid-level meditation. It was pretty good. So all in all, I think this was a success. It was, as particularly with the Hand of Justice. I'm so happy about that Hand of Justice. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm like, I rolled a few in my day, and I don't think I've ever rolled a perfect. I know I've rolled some really bad ones. I know that for sure. But I rolled a perfect, and that's definitely, like, thinking back, that's definitely the first perfect Hand of Justice I've ever rolled. So stoked about that. It's going to be amazing. And I'll probably make another video just to show off this character. Just to let you know, this is Ladder Season 2, guys. And so, just basically, for anybody who watches the video in the future, you'll know when it was rolled. Not that that's very important, but still. Yeah. At least when it comes to, like, future videos, like a character showcase video, I'll probably make one for this, because the Oridin's just such a sweet character, right? And some of the mechanics may be a little bit I don't want to say confusing, but like niche. It's kind of niche knowledge, and I can go into the specifics in those videos to let you guys know like just why it is so powerful. And yeah, so all in all, you know what? I wonder if we would have done better if I had Holy Shield up. No, just kidding. I know it has no impact at all. I just, some of that, like, I'm not a superstitious person by nature, but some of that superstition, it's just kind of fun to be like, oh, if I die, I have lower MF, for a while until I play so much and not die, or whatever. Like, it seems like after I die, I find worse items than I was before I died. Like, when you're playing softcore or whatever, or because I remember that used to be a thing back in the day. I know it was untrue, and I kept trying to tell people, but yeah, they were basically saying that you had lower MF when you died, and it was untrue. But I mean, hey, it's part of the fun, You're kind of like, oh no, this is what I believe, and so I like to do things this way. It's not hurting anybody else, so go for it, And then, oh yeah, we also rolled this edge, which rolled fairly poor on the damage to demons, but doesn't matter because I only made it for the reduced vendor prices 15% to go with my Geeds, which is only an 11% reduced vendor prices, but it's still a Geeds, right? Still a Geeds. And then, yep, we got 3 treacheries here. This one's for a different character's merc, this one's for this character's merc, and this one is for me, for when I go to do Ubers to proc that level 15 fade. It's a very strong buff that helps you overcap your res sufficiently for Mephisto's negative, or basically, I think it's like a negative, or a level 24 conviction aura, I think is what it is, and it's minus 125 to your fire, cold, and lightning resistances. Yeah, I think that's right. Yep. I guess I don't want to like show off or anything, but I did get this. It's pretty good. Perfect Haas, as well as a perfect guardian angel. Very nice finds. Although, I said finds. Sorry, I did not find them. I traded for them, but whoever did find them, very nice finds, and I appreciate you trading with me, because it really these 2 items, like once I got to equip them, I didn't get this one until much later. It wasn't at level 47, that's for sure. But in fact, or like level 41 or 42 or whenever you can equip this. I know this is 42, but it's 47 because I have ums in them. But I got this one fairly early in this character's life, anyway. And I basically I had been farming on my trap assassin. I had a little bit that I could trade, a few items and some runes, and so I ended up trading for this, and it didn't have to be perfect. Just getting a Haas, though, like really helped this character survive for a while, because I leveled in melee the entire time. I know a lot of people wouldn't have done that, especially in hardcore, but I wanted him. I like melee. Manly melee, as I call it. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, and I got this sweet dual leech ring. It's somewhat sweet. It doesn't have life, and it doesn't have like strength or dex or anything, but all res with those leech stats are pretty good, and some attack rating. Very nice. And then this head striker was a great find, though. It's a great find. Really helped me get like to a point where I could kill kill monsters in higher difficulties, namely in early, like late nightmare, early hell. But yeah, suffice to say, like leveling this character melee was difficult. It was difficult. But once you get to do those Bale runs, and you know, like chaos runs and stuff like that, leveling goes much faster. You don't really have to worry so much because you have a whole team there to help you, and then hopefully it's a good team. But yeah. Anyway, I'm droning on. I'll go ahead and end the video here. I'm just gonna end the video with this because this is the highlight of the night for sure. For sure. Well, except you guys. Keep it classy. All right. Here we go. Ending the video. This has been Istanagh's Rune Word Rolling Madness 2. The Road to Rolling.